Gentleman Gamer here, and I am just entered another wormhole. And the little screen came up, told me it had some special effects, so I had to do some research for this one. Because I didn't know what effects. I actually didn't know this type of wormhole system existed until I came into here and actually did the research on it. And from what I see, from this very large anomaly in the system, it's a black hole system. So it looks pretty cool. Did really great work on it. It looks awesome. Anyway, not distracted by the colors again. But it has some interesting effects. And I noticed that the theme seems to be for black holes. It seems to be like making people have to fight close together. No kiting. That's what the theme seems. And I think if once I read them off, look at the ones I've the effects I've seen on the internet, I think that holds true. I think now you have like a couple negative multipliers. First, here you have a max control range. Max control range for drones. A negative multiplier for that. So right there you have, forcing people to use drones a lot closer to the enemy or NPC or player or whatever. So if you're using sentries, that they're usually used for longer ranges, but right there you're cutting off the max range you can use them at. Next you have a max targeting range negative multiplier. So even then you can't even target very far, and it gets worse as you go up to classes, wormholes. You also have a negative fallout modifier. So your turrets don't have as much range. So again, the theme seems, no sniping fits, no kiting fits ships. And the last one for this whole negative multiplier one is missile velocity multiplier, a negative one. I'm not sure exactly how the missiles work. I don't use missiles. I use lasers. But I assume velocity means how fast. I'm assuming it's part of range. The more velocity it has, the faster it gets there, and the farther it can move. I guess 3 times that by flight time and stuff, and you get the range. So right there, it has a negative multiplier on that too. So even missiles, which are traditionally have really good range, get taken down in range too. So all those 4, there's 2 more, but those 4 the theme seems to be, you have to get close to fight. Now the last 2, I'm not sure exactly how they fit in here, but the inertia multiplier is a positive one. So if you're going in, if you're trying to maneuver your ship, and try to go into warp, your ship would act like it's a bigger ship, like your inertia will get bigger. Kind of like a similar effect if you're like using an afterburner or a micro warp drive, that like increase of inertia you get. So, and that gets worse and worse as you go up in class in black holes. So that can be like, especially if you're trying in the big ones like the C6 black hole ones. If you're trying to use a dreadnought, it would be like a nightmare to get in and out of warp. And the other one seems actually pretty cool, is a maximum velocity multiplier, a positive multiplier. So you can actually go pretty fast in the black hole. Now all these put together, it seems like they're trying to force people to brawl instead of like have one of those like long range shooting fights. Shooting fights? Yeah. Whatever. Anyway, but it seems interesting, and like it seems interesting on the effects. If you read them, pretty cool idea. I think make people brawl instead of drop sentries and shoot from like 70 km away. But from what I understand, I did a little bit of research I did the video, and it seems like not many people like black holes. So up to the point where people are asking CCP or to change them in some fashion, either making it like an industry black hole or like one of those like intersection black holes where like has like lots of statics, so like a highway type black hole. So And I think I'll show some of the effects, like the magnitude of the effect here on my ship. I can show a couple I think. I think only two I can really show. And the first one we'll go for is inertia multiplier, and it's at 1.8424. Now, before I entered the system, it was 1.237, I believe. So it is quite a big increase in my inertia. So maneuvering my ship, going into warp, you know, it moves like a bigger ship. And the second thing I can show is the maximum velocity multiplier. And this is interesting because before I came into the system, I was going at 474, I believe. Let's see, 476. And now it's at 685.4, so that's a huge increase. So it's pretty cool. I can't imagine what you can experiment here with like oversized micro warp drives, like dram mules and stuff. How fast you can get them, but just for the fun of it, it'd be pretty cool. So like it seems like from what I understand, most people don't like them, and like a failed attempt to make a brawling type system. So it's like a cool idea though. Hopefully maybe they can make it work. Maybe they'll have to scrap it. But I think it's a very cool idea. Very cool looking black hole. So I hope they keep the effect anomaly in the system, because it really is beautiful. And another thing I discovered when I was in this system, I was scouting around and I was looking. I kept seeing like two towers come up my D-scan, and let's see them. They come up now. Yeah, the Caldari control tower and a Mark control tower. So I was scouting around, trying to find them. And the first one I found was the Citadel. That's what it's called anyway, the Citadel tower. And it seems active. There's like corporate hangars and personal hangars and like hardeners and sort for like the shields. And there's actually a force field on this one. So, which is right about now. We'll probably see it. There we go. So if there's a force field around it, most likely it's been fueled recently, and it's most likely an active system. So we can take a quick close-up on this one. There it is. Very cool. And because in wormhole space you can't dock really. All these extra ships, I think anyway, you gotta leave them outside. I think. I don't know exactly, but I think so. Because I see a bunch of ships outside, so I'm assuming that's what it means. An executioner, an oracle. An oracle that's named Potato Basher, which amused me greatly when I first saw the name. But it kind of makes more sense after I found the other tower. And actually, we'll go there right now. So we'll leave the Citadel behind, and we'll go to the other tower I found, not too far away from this one. And we'll see why that one's called Potato Basher. I think the music in wormhole system's actually a little better than nullsec. Nullsec's a little more ominous, maybe. Actually, they're both kind of ominous, so whatever. Got on a tangent here. And here's the other tower I found. And this one obviously looks not functioning. There is no force field. So it looks like no one's been fueling it. There's no personal hangars or anything. It's like someone forgot. It looks like it's been attacked. No hardeners. All I found of what that was left of this little base was two Garista's white noise generators. So like ECM, like defense. So, and I went to look up the corp info of who owned this thing, and of course it's called Potato Corp. So they kind of reinforced it that they probably got taken out, and I'm assuming this oracle is part of that mission to take these guys out of the system. So I think it's very interesting, very cool, having these structures out in space. Yeah, another one too. Garista's ion field battery. I guess it's more ECM. I guess. Yeah, more ECM. So looks like they took it down, and I guess no one's come back in to refuel it. So I guess the Potato Basher did his job. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna find my way into nullsec again, do some more exploration, and I'm gonna leave this system behind, and the potato corp, the dead potato corp tower, leave that behind, and the citadel behind, and try to make some ISK in nullsec. So thank you for watching, guys. Have a good night. Good night for me, and fly safe and fly brave.